In the exercises site I've got open image_links.html. In a separate lesson I converted this image of a seagull into a link by selecting it and inserting the link destination in the link field in the property inspector. In this lesson I'm going to use this photo I took of the London skyline several years ago to create what's known as an image map. What I'll do is I'll create hotspots over St Paul's Cathedral and over this building called the London Gherkin to create links to different sites. If you need a copy of this file, by the way, you can find it in the folder for this lesson in the Using Text and Images as Links folder of the course assets. To create an image map, first select the image, and then in the Property Inspector at the bottom left are these icons. The first one, Rectangle Hotspot Tool, the next one, Circle Hotspot Tool, and then Polygon Hotspot Tool. I'm going to select the Rectangle Hotspot Tool, and then as you mouse over the image, the cursor turns into a large crosshair. Get to the point where you want to start drawing the hotspot, hold down the mouse button and drag. You then get this warning which tells you to put some alternate text in the Alt field. Just click OK to get rid of it. And if you want to change the position or resize the hotspot, you need to select this arrow, the Pointer Hotspot tool, and then you can move it and drag to resize. So in the alternate text field we'll call it St Paul's Cathedral, and then we need to put a link in the link field. In the folder for this lesson there's a text file with the links. Let's just copy the St Paul's link, paste it into the link field and press Tab to ensure that it goes in the underlying HTML. And then for the Gherkin I'm going to use the Polygon Hotspot tool. Select that, then click at a point where you want the hotspot to begin. You get that message again, just click OK to get rid of it, and then keep clicking around and it will create the shape whatever you want. So there's my shape for the Gherkin, and we need to put in some alternate text. It's the London Gherkin and then the link. So let's save the page and preview in a browser. Just bring the browser across and the image looks normal, but as you mouse over one of the hotspots the pointer turns into a hand, indicating that it's a link. As you move further over it turns back into an ordinary pointer and then back into a hand over the hotspot. So I click St Paul's, it takes me to the St Paul's website, and if I click the Gherkin it takes me to a website about the Gherkin. And the Gherkin, by the way, is actually known officially as number 30 St Mary Axe. But let's see what happens in Internet Explorer. There's this big blue border all the way round. So let's go back to Dreamweaver to see if we can solve that problem. In the CSS Designer, select Style, and you can see that I've already created a descendant selector for a image. If I select that, you can see it says it sets border style to none, but that won't work with an image map. To find out how to fix it, we need to go into the code view to see how this image map is actually created. So let's open Split View, and you can see in the underlying code that we've got an area element. This is the hotspot, and Dreamweaver has automatically calculated the coordinates for the hotspot. This one is for the London Gherkin, and this one up here is for St Paul's Cathedral, and they're all inside a map element, and the map element is referred to by the image with this useMap attribute. So to prevent a blue border being drawn around an image that is used as an image map, we need to create a new selector. So in the CSS Designer, select Style, New Selector, and the selector will be img open square bracket useMap, close square bracket. This is an attribute selector that selects any image that has the useMap attribute. Doesn't matter what the value of the attribute is, it will just affect any image that has the useMap attribute. So in the Properties pane, deselect Show Set, go to the Border section, scroll down, find Border Style, set it to None, and then we'll just save. And if we go back to Internet Explorer and reload the page, that blue border has now disappeared. So that's how you create an image map. You draw hotspots over the image in Design View. Let's select one of those hotspots, and you put the link in the link field in the Property Inspector. And to prevent Internet Explorer from drawing a blue border around your image map, you need to create a style rule, img brackets useMap, they're square brackets, and the value is border style none.